Seas. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend a very, very warm welcome to Ms. Raveena Tandon. And I would request Ms. Chaitali Joshi, Brand Manager Merck, to present her with a bouquet, a floral welcome. Our second guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Anand Nambiar, Managing Director of Merck India and General Manager of Merck Healthcare. His responsibilities include developing and implementing growth strategies across all of Merck businesses in India. A very, very warm welcome, sir. Once again, a lovely floral welcome from him. And our third guest this lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Mrs. Vandana Lulla, the Director of the Pauda Group of Schools and the Dean of Pauda World College. She is a very well-known and a leading educationalist with a wealth of experience in the world of education. A very, very warm welcome, ma'am. Thank you, Chaitali. All right, so it's my time that I get to pose one question. Okay, now, you're a mother of 4 kids. And parenting and teaching and learning has been sort of a part and parcel from really early on. So if there are some tips that you would want to give out to parents of how to balance 4 kids and bring them up really, really well.
Well, really well is not what I can give a certificate yet. But yes, my older 2, who are not my biological kids, but I brought them in when they were very young. My older one was 11 and my younger one was 8. And now they are married women with their jobs and their own kids and their own apartments. And when I look at them, I say, thank you God, I think I did a good job. And my younger ones, who are my biological kids, are 9 and 11 now. And on the way, but I can say yes, they are well rounded up kids. Because as much as I believe that education is very, very necessary, it opens your mind, and that's the bane of life. Honestly, that's where you go, where you reach. All depends on the education that you get in school, which I'd like to congratulate Vandana with for heading her empire so fantastically. But also at home. And education at home is also very, very necessary. And I don't mean the books education, but I mean a general awareness of what is going on in the world and what pristine examples I've seen right now on stage. These 4 groups of children have wowed me. I mean, that I think also comes from a bit of the interest that the parents take in their children, So that's very, very necessary. I also would take this opportunity, sorry, not only answering your question, but I would like to congratulate 7 Seas and their entire team for something so fabulous, giving kids an actual opportunity. You are just not a brand, I believe, that only, kind of promotes, but I think you walk the talk, and that is very, very important. So congratulations, 7 Seas. I am today proud to be associated with you. I've been with 7 Seas from the inception, at the time when they came into India, and I can only say that they have a genuine interest, as what you can see at the level, that they have these initiatives that they are propelling kids into a brighter future. I think it's just fantastic and commendable. Thank you, 7 Seas, from, I think, on behalf of all the parents for giving us this opportunity to be here, and for us, that you've invited us to watch this whole magnificent, arrival of our new generation. I am so wowed by all those 8 children that were here. Congratulations to all 8 of you, wherever you are sitting on us. But you are splendid. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, you missed out on the fight of the brains we had a little earlier on the first 2 rounds. Absolutely spectacular. All 20 of them were phenomenal. Now on to you, Mr. Nambiar. Of course, 7 Seas has been, revolutionizing the way parents have been worrying about the brain development. But to put together this journey of, this new property of 7 Seas masterminds, How did that come about? What was the idea behind that? Putting this quiz competition together, making sure that parents are able to, teach the kids the right way so that they can really, come out with flourishing, flying colors.
So Seven Seas has been around for 80 years or so. And if you look around the marketplace, there are a plethora of brands that talk about nutrition, health, and so on. So as a parent myself, I'm bombarded with information in the marketplace that talk about what is good for your kids, what's not good for your kids, and so on. So we wanted to put a program together which really highlights the importance of nutrition and health for children, and specifically in terms of brain development for children. Given the pressures in our world and what the kids have to go through on a daily basis, we needed to emphasize something that brought the education element and tied in with the nutrition element for children. And that's the emphasis of Seven Seas Academy.
Lovely. Let's have a big round of applause for the lovely initiative. As a student, I used to love quizzes. Like, this was my favorite in extracurricular activities. So when they got me on board to do this, I was so thrilled. You said it. Yes, I would love that to happen. Vandana ma'am, I'm sure you've been dealing with kids for the longest time. And learning has been a part of the journey. You learn from kids, you teach kids. It's just been like a journey of give and take. But when you really talk about teaching a kid, like ma'am said, it's an all-round development. So if you were to summarize and put it in, a brief for all of us, especially our parents, how would you do that today?
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate Seven Seas' initiative of giving this opportunity and platform to many kids, 60,000 kids in the country. I think a big hand of applause for Seven Seas to start with. And I know winning and losing is a part of the game, so all 20 kids, another big hand of applause for each one of you to make it till here. So, when you talk about parents and you talk about schooling, I think these two absolutely go together, and I like what Raveena said. And it's true that two things that I say are most important for children. I know parents think that education comes automatically in school. However, there is a lot behind before they actually come into school, right from when they are children to when they grow up as teenagers or adults. I think two things that I feel is a challenge for us in schools is nutrition and sleep. The right kind of nutrition that kids need to get. And I think sleep is another important aspect that you think loses on today's kids, especially with the kind of exposure that these kids have today, with the kind of technology. You can see a lot of moms shaking their heads over there. And I think that the challenge for parents today is to make sure that they're able to give the two most important aspects to their children is to sleep for a number of hours, that is required. And the second is the right kind of diet, right kind of nutrition. And I know that teaching and learning is all about the child. And the challenge for a school then, at school, is to make sure how they create that environment for today's children. And I think with the kind of exposure that kids have today, how do you arouse that curiosity with kids? How do you arouse that kind of opportunity for the children? Is to create that kind of environment, use a lot of teaching techniques. The pedagogy is what really then allows them to explore and go further. So I think that these are two challenges for today's parents, and that's what they need to look into.
Thank you so much for really putting it all together for us. Sleep, nutrition, of course Seven Seas helping us there with great brain development, and Ms. Raveena has already said, parenting is an important part where you give them love and support and everything put together. A great kid is right there. All right. take this afternoon forward, ladies and gentlemen, I would request Ms. Raveena Tandon to address all of us and talk about this special occasion. I'll say something else. Anything that talks about how this quiz competition is going to be super exciting and it's a step forward for all of us.
Like I said in my earlier introduction, conversation actually, it cannot be a speech. I, number one, am very proud, like I said, to be associated with Seven Seas. And coming back to that point a little, I'll tell you why. As a mother, and I'm sure a lot of mothers here are worried about their children in today's day and age, the kind of pressures our children go through. I'm sure a lot of you remember जब हमारे टाइम का भी था, जब हम स्कूल में थे, हम लोग तो आके बैग्स पटक के नीचे भाग जाते थे बिल्डिंग में खेलने के लिए या मैदान में खेलने के लिए, और रात को 7:30-8 बजे जब माएँ हमारी मम्मियाँ चिंतित होती थी तब चिल्लाती थी, अरे आ जाओ अभी घर डिनर का टाइम हो गया। तब तक तो हम लोग खेलते ही रहते थे, कभी साखली खेल रहे हैं, हाइड एंड सीक खेल रहे हैं, डबा स्पाइस खेल रहे हैं। I'm sure you're all familiar with all these games. But today's children, I rarely see children playing down on open grounds these days. How many of our children, only those who are pursuing football or cricket or something like that will be playing down. But these ordinary normal games which used to be are lost. The time that we had in the sunlight, which we used to be without sunblock and this protective creams which paranoid mothers do. हम लोग तो पूरा दिन स्विमिंग जाते थे, तो 9 बजे जाते थे पूल में अपने हैवरसैक्स लेके, रात को 6 बजे लौटते थे. No sunblocks, no creams, nothing. But that I feel in today's day and age is a little lost. For me, I grew up when I first associated with Seven Seas. I told them a genuine fact. I said I grew up with taking Seven Seas capsules. That was a must which my mother always gave me. My base was strong. Besides all the other things that were provided to us, we grew up with stronger immune systems. We grew up with stronger nutrition. That's what I feel. Today when I see my children, they come back from school, they're ready to go for another class, then they're going for another class. Even games and sports are taught in classes these days. I mean the training that goes on, whether it is music or it is dancing or it is football or it is swimming, they're all divided into classes. Children are running from one class to the other, then they come back, then they're doing homework, then there is a review before Diwali, then after Diwali again reviews are starting. मैं तो पागल हो गई. So what do you do under these circumstances? How do you give your children that base which will be strong, that will carry them on lifelong? I prescribe 2 things most definitely. Most definitely. 1, 7 C's and proper nutrition. 2, pure ghee. Pure ghee parathas, you can't beat that. But like I said, my childhood has been with growing up with 7 C's. And so when I was associated with the brand, it gave me so much pleasure because here was a brand which was not only a product. They sat with me and they genuinely spoke and they took my input as a mother. What I feel children need today, what are the pressures that the parents go through? How do you give your child that little extra bit for him, for a proper brain development, for a proper nutritional, balanced diet, which probably in today's day and age, because of junk food again, children are not getting. So for me, it was very, very important to get into the whole thing of it. And I can thankfully say so, that I am proud today that 7 C's is just not a promotional or another thing in the market. Believe you me, of what I see, each step, each initiative that they are taking is actually propelling the children towards a better, healthier, a nutritionalist, brain developing kind of a concept where they give you everything as a package. And that is what I'm very, very happy to be associated with. Both my children do not let go of their, whatever their daily intake, what I do give them. I'm sure a lot of you parents over here, I think you all should all be proud. The reason that you all are here, your children brought you here with their brains. So give a big hand of applause to your children. for bringing you all here. Be proud of them. So, I mean, laying everything to rest at the moment, I think I've made myself very passionately clear as to what I feel about the kind of development that we are giving our children today and where they are losing out on those basic things which we grew up with. So then how do you compensate for that? So these are the important things, and like I said, they are actually, you guys are actually walking the talk. You're not only talking about a certain thing, but you're making it happen for them. So I think it's great.
Absolutely. I think it's always a generation thing also. You know how my parents would tell me what they did, and I would probably end up telling my kids what I did. But it's a journey, it's a beautiful journey, and how we can incorporate everything which is new, plus combine it with the old and make something new, because the kids will learn that much more. Mr. Nambiar, if you were to add something to this beautiful concept today, and along with how kids are growing up so quickly. Of course, we've got some of the smartest kids in the house today. So just to add to all of that, your thoughts on it? Absolutely.
Thank you, Ms. Raveena, and thank you, Ms. Vandana. Thank you the children, parents and members of the media for joining us this very special day, the finale of our very first 70s Academy. First, let me congratulate all the children, the masterminds. I was amazed on the answers that you gave. All the questions, I had no idea what the answers were, but you were answering all of them. And for all of you who come from all over the country, congratulations to the parents, schools, the teachers for all their efforts to bring each of these children. And being a father of two little boys myself, believe me, I understand how difficult it is to do all this. I just want to take a moment to tell you a little bit about Merck. We founded in 1668. Any of you kids born in 1668? No, okay. So we're the oldest pharmaceutical and chemical company, 350 years old. We're present in healthcare, life science, and performance materials. Now, to break that down and make it a little easy, we are present in your phones, in your televisions, in your lipsticks, in 7Cs, in your cars. We're present in chemistry labs and biology labs, in hospitals and research centers, and all over the place. And through our consumer health portfolio, we've been helping people live much healthier lives. But beyond the business and the numbers, Merck aspires to help society for a new era of healthy living through our brands, through our hearts, and through our healthy initiatives. And our flagship brand, 7Cs, is one of the most trusted health supplements in the world. Established in 1935, 7Cs, the original cod liver oil, has today evolved to providing a wide range of nutritional supplements across 100 countries. As a child, I've had 7Cs, and I give my kids 7Cs every day. I didn't realize that I would be someday working for a company that actually made it. We, and in the 7Cs franchise, are committed to partnering with parents in their children's progress and help children to be the best version of themselves through its nutritional benefits. Our 7Cs Academy, for which we're all here, is yet another testament to this commitment to children's health in India.
Pressure that they have from their peers, from the school, from the parents. How do you really deal with this? And what is it that is required for children of tomorrow? What is it that we need to create for these kids?
We've got 20 very, very talented geniuses in the house with us, and we must reach out to them and award them for working so hard throughout this contest and making it so far. So I would request all of our dignitaries to come forward and present each one of the kids that I would call out the names of. We will be presenting them with a Kindle from Amazon. So all of you will get to take home something really, really special for all that hard work. All right, I have the names here. All the kids ready? First name, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
अरे जेवढे मोबाईल वाले आहेत सगळ्या टपली मारतात सगळं टपली मारतात जा दुसरं मारतात गेले ते सगळं टपली मारतात बोल तुम्हीच करा तिकडे हे मोबाईल मोबाईल ये तुम्ही मोबाईल तुम्ही करा आम्ही निघतो इथून हिंदीमध्ये बोलतोय
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready with our list of students to come up on stage and receive their participation prizes. First from Ahmedabad, Global Indian International School, please welcome Uncut. Also from Ahmedabad, our next student from Nagri School.
कसं घेणार सांग ना कुणाला
Please
घेणार सांग
welcome Ranjit Bhai Tehwal.
कुणाला घेणार सांग चल पुढे
Next also from Ahmedabad, Nagri School, there is Ranjit Bhai Tehwal.
माटी आहे ना कॅमेरा
Next, let's welcome a talent from Bangalore, Army Public School, Khushi Dhusia. Khushi. Congratulations to Khushi from Bangalore Army Public School. Very, very well done. Also from Bangalore, our next genius is from Rashtriya Military School, Rajat Gangawar. All the photographs will be given to All right, next up Chennai, ladies and gentlemen, Don Bosco Higher Secondary School. We have Arun Kumar. He's a tough one, he doesn't smile. That's his smile. Also from Chennai, ladies and gentlemen.
रेडी स्टार्ट रवीना सबसे
सेवन सीज़ के साथ मेरा बहुत ही लंबा एसोसिएशन है। जब से पहली बार हिंदुस्तान में इन्होंने एक ये पूरा अपना स्प्रेड किया द होल बिजनेस एक्चुअली इन अ वे, सिंस देन आई हैव बीन एसोसिएटेड विद देम एंड इसको हो गए काफ़ी साल। मैं समझती हूँ कि ये सिर्फ इनका एक जो अप्रोच है ये ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सिर्फ एक बिज़नेस कंपनी हैं और हम सिर्फ एक प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट कर रहे हैं, ऐसा सोचनी है। ये वाकई में जेन्युइनली एक आगे जो हमारी फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स हैं उनको बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं, उनको एक ब्राइटर फ्यूचर की तरफ लेके जाना चाहते हैं। इट्स नॉट ओनली थ्रू न्यूट्रिशन, जैसे कि आज का इनिशिएटिव था, इट इज़ ऑल्सो थ्रू एजुकेशन। तो एक वो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट बात हो जाती है, तो बच्चे इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं और फिर एक अवेयरनेस लोगों में भी ये भी फैलती है कि अगर हमारे बच्चे इस मुकाम तक पहुंच रहे हैं जहां वो जनरल नॉलेज में एक्सेल कर रहे हैं, तो उसके पीछे क्या है, उसके पीछे बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। माँ बाप को ये भी जो ना पाल पोषण होता है वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है। तो उस न्यूट्रिशन बैलेंस को कैसे रखना चाहिए, जो हमारी बॉडी को ज़रूरतें हैं, जो ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड्स वगैरह होते हैं जो हमारे बॉडी के लिए, वो किस तरीके से ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट और एक बॉडी डेवलपमेंट के लिए ज़रूरी है। तो इस बात को बढ़ावा देना चाहते हैं टू अ हेल्दियर एंड अ ब्राइटर एंड अ मोर इंटेलिजेंट फ्यूचर फॉर आवर चिल्ड्रन। So I think that touched me a lot and I am very very proud to be associated with them for a cause like this.
looking at all these movies remind you something of childhood memories?
No, I was not this smart. But these are super kids. They are very very smart kids.
Sir, tell us something your
एक सेकेंड
experience working with Raveena.
Ms. Raveena has been extremely hands-on working with Seven Seas. She's been an ambassador for us for 5 years now, roughly, or a little bit more than that. And she is one of the evangelists for Seven Seas as a user, as a mother, and so we're very glad to have her on our team.
रवीना जी, जो अभी करेंसीज में चेंजेस आई हैं जो मोदी जी ने की हैं, उस बारे में आपको क्या कहना है और आप कितनी डिफिकल्टी फेस कर रहे हैं?
मैं बिल्कुल डिफ़िकल्टी फ़ेस नहीं कर रही हूँ। लकीली बच्चों के पिगी बैंक्स में छुट्टे काफ़ी थे जो हम सब तोड़ के यूज़ कर रहे हैं। तो बट आई थिंक इट इज़ अ ग्रेट थिंग, लेकिन थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा। अगर हमारे देश को सुधार की तरफ लाना है तो थोड़ी तकलीफ़ें हम आम जनता को, हम लोगों को भी सहनी पड़ेंगी, लेकिन आप आगे की तरफ अगर देखेंगे तो सुधार ही होगा। आप जिस तरीके से देख रहे हैं वीडियोस वगैरह लोग जो पोस्ट कर रहे हैं, जो लोग करेंसियाँ जला रहे हैं, वो सब फेक नोट्स हैं, वो सब जाली नोट्स हैं। तो आप समझिए कि हमारी इकोनॉमी कैसे सफ़र कर रही है। और ये जहाँ पे मैं तो लोगों को बोलती हूँ, आप लोग यूएस एम्बेसी की वीज़ा लेने जाते हो तो 3 दिन लाइन में खड़े होते हो, वो आपके लिए ठीक है, लेकिन आप अपने देश की सुधार के लिए थोड़ी 2 दिन 3 दिन की तकलीफ़ें नहीं सह सकते हो। तो आप फ्यूचर की सोचिए। एंड आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट मूव। जो सारा धन एक्चुअली हमारे देश के बढ़ावे के लिए लगना चाहिए था, वो लोगों ने छुपा छुपा के रखा था, और वो सब अब निकल रहा है। आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट मूव, इट्स अ वेरी ब्रेव, वेरी गट्सी मूव। मतलब उनको ये फिक्र नहीं है कि मैं अगले इलेक्शन में हार जाऊंगा या जीत जाऊंगा, उनको ये है कि मैं जब तक हूँ शायद मैं कंट्री सुधार के जाऊँ, और वो एक गट्स वाली बात है। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस।
थैंक यू
थैंक यू।
वेर इज रवि? रवि